I thought you saved me when I was down, but what you're doing has hurt me now. Cause I've been in the fire line way too long. I've been in the fire line way too long. You hit me, baby, you shot me down. My heart is bleeding, I'm scarred for life.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is An and I created this yellow brown eye makeup look today. And I'm going in with the TheBalm Meet Matte Ador palette, and I'm using this light shade and I'm blending this all over in my crease. Now for the next shade is Matte Bernard, and I'm going to blend this in my crease using a Anastasia Beverly Hills blending brush. I'm just going to blend this back and forth all over in my crease, and I'm slowly building it up by going back in with more and more product. But first I just applied a tiny amount on my brush to avoid any harsh lines in my crease. And this will be my transition shade, so yeah, it's just a soft shade that I first apply in my crease to give it some warmth. Now to make it more yellow, I'm going in with this Morphe 35BI palette, and I'm going in with this matte, I want to say matte white, but no, it's a matte yellow shade. And I'm going to blend this on all the places where I just blended that shade from the TheBalm palette. And this will just give it more of a mustardy undertone and just make it a bit more warm, I guess. In one of my previous videos, someone asked me to do a video using a yellow eyeshadow. And I'm not a huge fan of yellow because I had some bad experience with yellow eyeshadow with a look that I once did. So I was kind of afraid to use it again, but I seen some people using yellow and it looked so great, so I really wanted to give it a try again. So now I'm going in with the shade Matte Jones, and I'm going to blend this in my crease as well, but I'm focusing a bit more in my outer V because it's a darker shade. And when I use a darker shade, I like to focus more in my outer V and then later on blend it more towards my crease, just to avoid that I get too much product straight in my crease, if that makes sense. And I'm still using that same Anastasia Beverly Hills blending brush, which is one of my favorites. It has like the perfect shape for the crease. So now I'm mixing Matte Jones with Matte Williams to make it even darker but not too dark. That's basically why I mixed it with that other shade. And I'm using now a Sigma brush, which is a flat blending brush. I will link the names of the brushes that I used in this video in the description bar. And I'm just going to press this shade in my outer V, and then later on, when there's not like a lot of product left on my brush anymore, I'm also going to blend it more towards my crease. And because there's not a lot of product anymore on my brush, it's safe to go there. So now I'm going in with that yellow shade again with the Anastasia Beverly Hills blending brush, and I'm just going to blend it all around in my crease, also like around my outer V and a little bit lower, so the shade also appears underneath my lower lash line. This comes in handy because I want my lower lash line to later on blend towards my crease. And if you already at this point focus a bit more at your lower lash line, all these shades will later on really blend well together. So now for my eyelid, I'm going in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Normally I always use the what is it called? The Pro Longer Concealer by MAC Cosmetics. But I wanted to use something different, and this one worked just as nice. So I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid using a concealer brush by Dose of Colors. And why I use this on my eyelid is because it creates a cut crease. And also when you apply eyeshadows on your eyelid, they will come out more pigmented because you have like a clear base. So that's also one of the things I really like about applying concealer on the eyelid. Not so necessary because it creates a cut crease, but also because the eyeshadows really pop out. So now I'm going in with the MAC Nylon Eyeshadow, and I'm going to use a tiny bit of this. And I'm going to apply a bit of that in my inner corner. And also slight amount at the beginning of my eyelid. And of course I'm doing all these steps that I'm doing at my left eye. I'm also doing this on my right eye. So now next to that nylon eyeshadow, I'm going in with the Makeupgeek Lemon Drop eyeshadow. And I'm not really sure, but I believe this was like the first time using this eyeshadow. And I was really surprised by the pigmentation. It was really nice. I did make my brush wet, but I do this basically with like all my shimmery shades. And the brush that I'm using is a MAC 242, one of my favorite brushes. It's very flat and somehow it just works really well with applying shade on the eyelid. This is for matte shades, but also shimmer shades just apply really nice. And now next to that shade, I'm going in with the Makeupgeek Fortune Teller. And I'm going to apply this with that same brush, and I also made this brush wet to get the most pigmentation as possible. You can also use your finger, but because I have like that sharp line, I really want that eyeshadow to be packed on it very precisely and sharp, and I feel like this is something you can't do with using your finger, if that makes sense. Yeah, so now I'm going in with the Certified the Define and Shine Duo palette. So this is a highlight and contour palette. Both of them have a creamy texture, and I just wanted to show you this because it's amazing for darker skin colors. The highlighter is too dark for me. I haven't tried the contour shade yet. Maybe I can make it work. But to make it work for me, I wanted to use this on my eyelid because the shade of the highlighter is so freaking pretty and the pigmentation is insane. I think because it has a creamy texture, so it's really easy to work. So now I use the Matte Williams and Matte Jones shade. I mix them two together on my brush, and I'm going to softly press this in my outer V and also blend it towards my eyelid and towards my crease. And I can't really explain, but I just feel like this makes the eyeshadows on the eyelid melt together with my crease. And now I'm going in with that Matte Williams shade. Now I'm just using it on its own. And I'm using a Sigma flat definer brush. And I'm going to press a bit of this product right underneath my lower lash line. And you can build it up. It didn't give like straight a lot of color payoff, but I went in 2 times to get more of that brown color visible. And I'm going to blend this out using the Matte Jones shade. And I'm using a super tiny blending brush, which is the Morphe M506, one of my favorite blending brushes for underneath your lower lash line, together with the Dose of Colors pencil brush. But I have a video where I show all my favorite brushes. I will link it down in my description. So now to make it more yellow, I'm going in with that matte yellow shade again, using that same Morphe M506 brush. And I'm just going to blend this all around my lower lash line and also around my outer V. So now I mixed Nylon Eyeshadow by MAC together with the Lemon Drop by Makeupgeek to create a sort of yellow highlighter shade. Because I found Nylon a little bit too cool on itself. So that's why I mixed it for my inner corner. And I'm going in with the Fortune Teller by Makeupgeek, and I'm applying a little bit of this underneath my lower lash line. So now for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the TheBalm Schwing Liquid liner. And the mascara that I'll be later on going in with is the Scuba mascara, also by TheBalm. And with the liner, I just applied a tiny line above my lash line, which will hide the lash band of the lashes that I'll be wearing. And if you recreate this, of course, you can go for a cat wing if you like that more. But I wanted to like keep my outer V a bit smoky without any eyeliner. And right now I'm using that Scuba mascara, which is one of my favorites. I really like it, especially for my bottom lashes, because the mascara is quite thin, like the consistency of it, and it just makes my lower lashes really long. Now for my waterline, I used the MAC Fascinating Eye Pencil, and the lashes that I used are the fluffy lashes by my own lash company, Anytude. These are really dramatic, so if you like dramatic lashes, you will really like these. The hairs are just super long. So this is already the end of the video. I really hope you like how this look turned out. I personally really like it, and I think it suits really well with the fall. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That will be really helpful for my channel, and I will really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!
I thought you saved me when I was down, but what you're doing has hurt me now. Cause I've been in the fire line way too long. I've been in the fire line way too long. You hit me, baby, you shot me down. My heart is bleeding, I'm scarred for life. Cause I've been in the fire line way too long. You held me in the fire line way too long. What you said is playing on repeat in my head. Baby, you hurt me bad, but that's all you do now. That's all you do now. You shut me down.